All right, we're out of time. Thanks, Shavo. Appreciate it. One of the great rock and roll bands of all time. If you've enjoyed the music of System of a Down over the years, you've enjoyed the playing of Shavo Odadjian, the bass player for the group, who joins us on KROQ right now.
Hey, so happy to be here.
Hey, Shavo, how you doing, man?
Good, brother.
Get a little closer to the mic if you don't.
Yes.
Yeah, we won't make sure you get hurt.
Was that a 360 video you were just shooting? What were you getting ready to post something?
Yeah, I was just getting some content for
You're just getting the right
Instagram.
angle.
Yeah, I have to because I'm getting everyone. I'm trying to get everybody in the shot. I have Kevin.
I mean, we don't really have to.
We can do this later.
I'm like tagging you guys.
That's fine. I mean,
it has been,
well, we'd rather talk to you now.
We're here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, of course.
It has been too long since we've had you on. I know there's a lot to catch up on. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with music stuff, or do you want to start with weed stuff?
Anything you want to start. I mean,
let's start with music stuff.
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with music stuff.
Whatever you want.
The System of a Down show, by the way, is coming up this Saturday night at the Glen Helen Amphitheater, along with Incubus. That's a phenomenal double bill. You also have some other bands on the bill, right? At the Drive-In is playing?
At the Drive-In, we have
amazing.
And Skeleton Witch.
Amazing.
Which is a band that I've actually been listening to for like the last 2 years. And they actually helped me lose the weight, you know, because I was listening to them and I was doing all the cardio and stuff.
Is that right?
I was all getting grooved, you know. So, so I listened to them so much they actually like inspired me to like write more. I don't know why. Their riffage is really amazing.
So
really,
it's a diet and a writing
set. Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's
cool.
That's cool for you to be in a position
to be able to
like somebody and then say, "Hey, come play."
Yeah. So the band has like I just wanted to get some real like bands we love. So that's what we did. You know?
So is this like an all-day thing, though? Because you've got 5 opening bands?
It starts at 3:30. It's 4 opening bands, I think, right? It's
4 opening bands.
Who's that again?
Yeah, at the Drive-In, Clutch, Paul Bear, and Skeleton Witch.
Paul Bear. Oh, I totally forgot about Yeah. And Clutch, one of my favorite bands in the world. The band that actually, like, took us out for the first time was Clutch and Slayer, our first tour in 98.
Is that right?
All through America. So it was like a band I listened to when I picked up the bass, actually. When I picked up the bass from playing guitar and onto bass, I was really getting into Clutch and Caius and stuff. So the band has a joke about me because every time we'd get in to start jamming, I'd play a Clutch riff. So, like a Clutch bass line. So that was our ongoing joke, you know?
Well, it's a fantastic weekend. This Saturday, again, at Glen Helen. Tickets available at systemofadown.com or livenation.com. We're so happy to see big rock shows.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we just had Cal Jam this past weekend. I don't know if you got a chance to go out there or not.
No, I didn't because I was in Mexico. We had a show there. We played Force Fest.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But it's just there aren't nearly as many of those as there used to be, and the ones that we used to be able to count on, you know, your Lollapaloozas and your Coachellas and festivals like that. There's very little rock music in any of those anymore.
I know, man.
Almost none, yeah.
Almost none. That's just where we are right now. But I think everything will kind of. It's just a progression, you know.
Sure,
what I mean?
I sure hope it's a pendulum. Yeah,
it should be. It should
has
be.
Has the fandom for System of a Down? How long have you guys been together now?
We started in '95, so it is at 23 years.
Okay, has the
fandom
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Has the fandom wavered at all, or can you go out anytime and you know your people are going to show up?
They show up, man.
They do.
Yeah.
We have a cool fan base, man. We're blessed. We're so lucky to be in this position, seriously, because we play a show and they come, and you know they actually want us to play more shows. They want an album, you know, and we just kind of haven't delivered that.
You're gonna give them an album,
hopefully. Hopefully one day. I don't know where we're at with that, but you know.
I'm almost afraid to ask you about that because I know how controversial it has been because all of you have spoken out kind of in social media and in interviews over the years, and it's just like...
Sort of separately.
Yeah, like year after year after year, it just seems to get more complicated.
Because it's all... Okay, people respond to social media. That's where... Okay, it's getting complicated because of social media, because it's a he said, she said thing. Yeah. So everyone tries to, like, say their piece because of what they've read. So that's all it is. Nothing new. It's... Anything you've read in the last 2 years, it's been around for the last 10 years. So it's just now coming out because social media is out there.
Let me just ask it in a general way.
Go for it.
Next 5-10 years.
You know,
what do you think?
If it was my way, it would be now. You know
right, of course, yeah.
But I'm asking
not.
you
It takes
for
4 to tango. So
to guess about the whole band. Next 5 to 10 years, or no?
I'm hoping.
Hoping. Okay.
I'm hoping because, like I said, for me, we have so much material.
Right.
We've had material for like the last 10, 12 years, you know. We all write. So I personally have a lot. Darren has a lot. I know Serge got a lot. But I don't know if we're going to be doing it together. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm hoping, I'm wishing, you know, like we still love each other. There's nothing, like no one's done anything wrong to each other.
No one's angry at each other.
No one's angry at each other. It's not like someone's done something to someone and they can't take it back. You
right.
know what I mean? Nothing like that's occurred. It's just, I think it's just an artistic thing. And that's, you know.
I want to believe you, Shavo.
I want you to believe me too.
I do. No, I really do, because I think that would be so mature of you to be able to do that. But if one or more members of the band are standing in the way of what everybody else wants to do, I don't know how there's not some bad blood, some animosity. I don't know how you get together and play a show and not think about it.
Well, listen, man, I personally do think about it always, and I can't speak for the rest of the guys. I do think about it, but I don't hold grudges. I can't do that. But it's hurtful because I really do want to play and I want to make music and I want to make a record, and I didn't join a band and didn't get famous to stop playing music.
Right,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? No, I want to play more music. But it is what it is, and we're going to roll through the punches right now.
Playing Saturday at Glen
We're
Helen.
playing Saturday. We'll do as many as we can, as many as everybody, the unit, wants to do together.
Right.
I can't force anybody on stage. I can't force anybody into a studio. I can't force anyone anywhere. So... And it won't be good for us either. You know,
right, exactly.
Nothing is good for us. Everything has to come naturally and become what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised more bands don't get stuck where you guys are. It's impossible for 4 people, 5 people, however many, 3 people to all have the same goal.
Be on the same page.
It just makes
tough,
sense.
You know, it is. It's just what is rough with us is our fans are so like hardcore that we're. I mean, it's just a blessing that they want a new record.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a blessing. Bands will kill people for this. You know what I mean? They'll kill for this. You know, for being in this position. So it's because everyone's always wanting the record. It's us always talking about doing the record. It's us having the material to make the record, and you know. One way or another,
Listen,
it hasn't
if
been
you
done
get
yet.
together and you make a record, make like 3 of them.
It would be nice, right? That's what we did for. That's
you
what
made
we
2
did for the
time.
last 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, dude, we have enough material. Trust me.
Can I
would think
send
so.
a shaman out there
Please.
to Glen Helen?
That would be nice.
Just have a nice little
Cleanse.
meeting with you guys, a little bit of Satan. We'll do it all, right?
And let's send
got it.
Metallica psychiatrist too. Let's
Hey,
send
dude,
that
I've
guy
had
out there,
that.
too.
I've had that conversation.
Have you?
I bet you have. Yeah,
Because that would be cool, you know. Like maybe someone has to sit in the middle and be like, you know, this is what he means.
Let's work it out,
This is
right?
what
Like-
he means. You
And
know?
by the way, that's fine.
Yeah.
But there's nothing.
Why not?
But like I said, it's
Your
not like.
fans would love to see that happen because
True.
your fans want to.
But it's not like someone has done something, so it's not like this. They can be like, "Oh, he did this for that reason." No, it's just, I don't know.
I'm
It's
willing to
different.
put it
Yeah.
out there. I will go to Glen Helen and we will all do ayahuasca and we
like
will
it. Puke.
figure this all out together
I'm in.
as a people.
Ayahuasca and puke. I'm in.
Yes. Who's in?
Some
Sounds so
good
fun.
music. Ayahuasca, puke, and good music. That's a weekend.
This is the voice of our friend Shavo Odadjian from System of a Down. By the way, do we have? I didn't even check, Kevin. Do we have tickets to give away here? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We actually have tickets to give away. If you want to see the System show with Incubus and all the other great bands this Saturday night, you can call us right now at 1-800-520-1067. Callers 20 through 24. You win right now. Before we take a break and come back and talk about your new weed strain, Kevin, do you have the tape from System at Acoustic Christmas?
Oh, it's my favorite.
2014. One of the reasons why we love your band and one of the reasons why no one replaces your band and you guys have to stay together forever is because of moments you give us like this. You have no idea what we're about to play
No.
to you, Sean.
All right.
Okay.
Again, remember,
Set it up.
Acoustic Christmas.
Yeah. Really
so
whips
I was
people
messing.
into a festive frenzy.
Oh, I got you.
I think so. I don't know. Let's
I
see.
got you. All
Let's
right.
hear. Let's hear. What's going on?
You tell us.
Is that a loop?
No!
It was the whole forum chanting it with you.
That's
my
not
God.
a loop. That
Okay, I
was,
thought-
that all happened.
I do not remember that moment.
Really? We remember it so well because I just remember I was sitting there watching it and I was like, this is awesome.
Well, I just kept thinking, what a beautiful
Darren,
tribute to the baby Jesus. That's what I kept thinking. All right,
so funny.
Shavo is our guest. We'll
My
tell you
people.
all about 22 Red when we return right after this on KROQ.
All right, let's talk about weed, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's talk about weave. Our guest is Shavo Odadjian, bass player for that band right there, System of a Down. One of the nicest guys in show business, by the way, Shavo. It's always
thank
such
you.
a treat when you stop by here.
Thank
And they're
you,
playing in
brother.
the Glen Helen Pavilion in San Bernardino this Saturday. Get your tickets, systemofdown.com. All right, what is 22 Red, Shavo?
22 Red is a brand that we started about like 7 months ago, 6 months ago. It's not just a weed strain. It's a brand. It's a like a lifestyle brand. I have clothing. See the shirt I'm wearing?
Clothing, yeah.
Yeah, but we're actually, it's like really quality for me. Everything should be quality because it's my brand, so I'm representing it. So from the material to the cut to everything, to the style, to the little things on it. Like it's the way I dress.
How much time do you spend on little details like that, where you're like, I just spent 20 minutes talking about a shoulder? And
well, I do though. Like yesterday, I was with one of my partners doing the clothing, and we're doing for all the shows at 6:30 roundabouts. Stay tuned for the time. I'm gonna get out there and we're gonna do a giveaway, a 22 red giveaway for all the shows. I have a little 22 red booth where I'm gonna give away 50 shirts a show and 100 picks a show.
Wow.
I've made a System of a Down 22 red picks. So I'm going to pass those out to the
and
first 100.
And that includes Glen Helen?
Glen Helen.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. So, yeah, it's just really something I've always wanted to do. It's something really organic for me. The weed-wise, okay, it's we're releasing pre-rolls and we're releasing vapes. And there's going to be cartridges, and there's also going to be disposables. Soon we'll have microdose gummies, and we'll have stuff like that, which are CBD infused, which is really good for the, for people that don't smoke weed all the time, but they have certain things. They have anxiety, or they have, let's say, they want to eat and they want to sleep. This stuff helps,
I feel like CBD is becoming just the thing.
It's amazing, though. It really helps, though. That's the thing where like, until now, it's been really like taboo, it's like weed. It's a drug, and
weed is evil was always stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
and CBD isn't even the high part. It's not THC.
It's just the medicinal part of it. So it's just crazy that that's illegal, or was illegal.
Yeah, it really was, because it's helping so many people with so many different medical issues, and animals as well, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my God, like the dog treats.
Absolutely,
it's amazing. My dog chills out and doesn't have those. My dog was having seizures, and it totally stopped that.
No,
that's
awesome.
Mine too, Shavo. Exactly the same. Mine too. Yeah.
And then my father has arthritis on his wrist, which I'm actually getting myself.
No.
Yeah, right. It's small.
Okay.
Anyways, but it helps him a lot. It really helps him. I got him the rub, and then also the little tincture for the CBD.
It's kind of a weird thing to have your dad call you and go, "Hey, can you hook me up?"
Well, he didn't call me. I kind of went at him with it, and he, old Armenian, he's not, I'm not going to do that ever. And I just showed him, I showed him and I rubbed it. And
it's not that big
and
a
he
deal,
was
and
like,
it
it actually feels better. And then he wanted to try the other thing. It's nothing to get high, but it does help. And
it does help.
And it's the time right now. So since I'm connected within the world, also for the growers, my network is pretty large because I'm a connoisseur of it. I told you I got sober 3 years ago.
Yes.
I'll talk about that one day. But I just smoke weed, and it helps me. So I've met a lot of growers, a lot of master growers, a lot of legends.
How do you come up with a strain?
Well, it's what they've come up with. It's not me. It's like I taste and I see. There's always new strains coming out because they're doing a lot of pheno hunting. They're trying to find a good strain a better strain, something that helps with this, helps with that, feels like this, feels like that. So I do testing, and then I see which
that is really nice of you to do all that testing.
That's right. Hey, anything
you could be hands off. You can be hands off on this business, but look, he's actually doing the work.
I'll be honest. It's not like I'm trying to put my name on something and say, "Go, it's the Green Rush," and I'm going to go make. It's more of since it's the time I can do it, I want to do it right. I want to be one of the people that are doing it right. I want to be fully involved. That's why I didn't call it Shavo. I called it 22 Red. It's something special. It's my birthday.
I want to be fully involved as well.
Shavo, I hope that you brought some samples in so we know what we're talking about, right?
He did!
Yes.
Okay, there we go. What a great Armenian American.
Honestly, it took us this long to get to that question when that's really our question.
That's the only reason we invited you,
When's
Shavo.
the next break?
Let me ask you this question that just occurred to me. So your dad has a son in System of a Down. What's that like for him, and how receptive was he to the idea of you guys in this band from the beginning?
Oh, dude, he was the most he had my back from day one, him and my mom. Well, my mom wasn't day one. She was day two. My mom was day one. My dad was day one. He wore the System windbreaker. He would come to every show.
Is that right?
He filmed the first show, May 28th, 1995 at the Roxy with his big-ass VHS. You put
those giant
giant
cameras.
And I still have that video. He was sitting there recording.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's come to almost every show within 100-mile, 50-mile vicinity.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Now, he's proud of you because you're his boy, but what does he, as I assume, 60-year-old man, what does he think of the music?
He actually likes it, I swear. They all like it. They like the music. There's, our music does have melody in it.
It does, yeah.
So, they get it, it has the...
Now, you said your mom wasn't on day one. I can imagine most parents would think, especially I want you to go into music.
Since my beard was really long back then, and it wasn't the Armenian thing to do, so,
right.
she got... kind of bug on that, but it changed.
Yeah.
It changed.
Well, when you started buying them houses, I'm sure it changed a lot.
Now my dad, he still works. I mean, he won't quit. He won't stop. He's 9 years old, and he won't stop working. Anyways, so all his workers are fans, so he's hooking them up with tickets.
Oh, that's awesome.
I just give him 10 tickets to it.
Yeah. Really? So he's a popular dude. I love that.
Very.
I love that.
Yeah, which is really cool. He loves it too.
So So 22redla.com, that's your website?
That's the website. You can follow us on Instagram at 22redla also. Follow me and you'll know more about it, Shavo Odadjian. I'm usually doing Instagram. I've kind of backed off of the Twitter and Facebook.
Would you mind spelling your last name just because a little bit?
Last name is Odadjian, and that's with Shavo, Shavo. Follow that. You'll get all the info on what we're doing.
And 22 Red is a clothing line. It's got T-shirts, hats, sunglasses, as you mentioned, the vape and the weed as well.
Yeah, it has a little
bit everything.
On the 22nd of every month, we will have announcements for the next release. We're going to drop a lot of rare flowers. We're going to drop cool clothing that's only going to be available at certain places. So it's going to be one of those exclusive cool things. I'm not doing with large scales.
This is almost like you're putting a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been preparation.
And all made here in LA. I think that's huge.
It's all made here.
Yeah.
And I've actually feel the way I felt 22 years ago when I was 22 when System of a Down started, and I was managing, going to school, working at the bank, doing it all in one day and starting the same day the next day. You know what I mean? Just doing that. And I was a grinder, and I'm grinding again because I feel so like it's a part of me. So
Can you imagine working with Shavo at the bank?
Yes, I love it.
There's a few people that can.
And then seeing him play?
Can I say this about him? Not only a grinder with the music, with now this company and everything, this is a man that shows up for kids as well.
Yeah, please.
The first time I ever met you was back when I worked at KTLA, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You were one of the first people there for this Shred for Kids cancer event. And every year after that, I'm like, is Shavo coming again?
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. It's so early, is he? Every single year.
Yeah.
And you show up for kids, and you do such wonderful charity work.
Thank you.
You're just a good human being, Shavo.
Thank you. Oh, shucks.
We appreciate you. 22redla.com for that business. Systemofadown.com if you want to buy tickets for the show at the Glen Helen Amphitheater with Incubus and all the other bands opening up. By the way, true System fans will know this, but in case you didn't, Sacramento, Phoenix, San Diego, and Las Vegas. So a bunch of shows coming up in the next week or so.
Yep.
Shavo, give our best to the boys, man.
Will
Great
do.
to see you.
Will do.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming
so
by.
much for having me, guys.
You bet. Thank you.
Yeah.